good. Feeling alright tonight. I'm feeling good now. It's all good.
Oh, hey everybody. I know that you can probably tell, but we have a new set today, and so welcome to my bed. This is Barry. He's my Valentine's bear from this year, and it's Saturday, so we're here. I'm very tired. It's 7:30 in the morning. And I have to start doing this early because I have a lot of things to do today. Shocker. So that's why I sound like hot garbage and also look like hot garbage. But I got a new phone, so welcome to me, to the iPhone 8 Plus family. I don't know if you can tell, I have pretty small hands, but this thing is just heinously large in comparison to the size of my hand. So one of the many things I need to do today is to get a pop socket, because I can hold my phone from the bottom like I know most people do, and you put your pinky down there and it's whatever, but I have small hands and my pinky is going to start to get a little bit of an indent there if I keep doing that, and I don't want to. So first world problems, I need to go do that. But we're in bed today, and I've got the little one down here. He's just been sleeping. Say hello to the people. Say hello. Alright, buddy, go back to sleep. We're very tired. We just got back from visiting home last night around 9 or so. Closer to 9:30, and I do have my coffee, so it is a real coffee with Cass, even though we're in a completely new set today. It's the Dunkin' Donuts original blend with a little bit of agave and my Silk soy creamer. And the reason why I used agave today is because I just wanted to switch it up, and I feel like I had a point for that, but I don't remember. This is why I don't do this first thing in the morning, because I'm just a hot mess express until like 8:30 at the very latest, but I don't know. I gotta get my life together. The first rip is this. I was trying to do something cute and endearing, and it didn't work. I was trying to say the first sip is the sweetest, but I said the first swip, so we're off to a great start. So follow up from last week. After I filmed, I went and I got eyelash extensions. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about them. I think for the first few days that I had them, first of all, you can't get them wet for 24 hours, which unpopular opinion, penguin, I don't wash my hair every day, which means I don't get my face wet every day in the shower. I usually just will kind of wash my face and my body, but I couldn't get my eyelashes wet, so I didn't wash my eye area that day. And even the following days, I don't know if it's because they're a little stiff until they kind of settle and meld with your natural lashes, but I felt like I couldn't rub my eye or even touch it, so I had to just kind of leave it alone. So that was something that I did. Thank you, Mia, for doing that. They look really nice. I do like them. I just wasn't sure if I could touch them or what, because they were a little stiff, and I didn't want to ruin them on the first day. And then I had a bunch of errands to run. Today is basically another day like that. I'm doing this now because I have to get some stuff taken care of as soon as I'm done with this, and then I also have to go to the bank because my rent was due yesterday, and I forgot to stop for a check at a bank, so I have to do that. But don't worry about me, I'm not getting a fee or anything because it's only the 2nd, so we cool. But yeah, the little lady isn't here, sadly, but we're here, and that's what matters. I thought this week about doing we're in bed, so you should be cool, son. He's He's a silly boy. I wanted to talk about summer stuff because it's officially summer now. Well, for most people, it's basically summer. You know, people are finishing high school, college, whatever. Mostly everyone's on break. And I used to spend my summers working because I would go to school. Well, I would work while I was in school, but that's also what I would do. Is I would come home for the summer months when I was in college and work. Usually at my local Sonic Drive-In. And then the summer after I graduated college, I went back home for a couple months before making my official return to LA. And I worked at Subway and hated it. Not because I felt like an elitist with my college degree making sandwiches, but just because I didn't have a very good boss. And so that's something that I've learned does make the difference when you are working somewhere, especially when it's somewhere that you don't particularly like. But yeah, I feel kind of bad because I had a plan to tell the story of painting, and then we got home last night and unloaded the car and just put everything inside. And I was looking around last night thinking, okay, I'm going to have to clear this kitchen table to film in the morning, and I don't have the time or the energy to do it. I know I could have made a super quick one of these and just cleaned up the table and done it out there, but I know this looks weird from an outside of context perspective because I'm sitting in my bed, and as I was setting everything up this morning, which first of all takes much less time, I know my apartment's relatively small, so it's not like I'm hauling it across town or something, but I usually leave my camera stand and the lighting stand, I use a ring light, fun fact, I leave them assembled but just in my room because I'm usually only in here to sleep or put on makeup, and so there's not a whole lot else going on. So I leave them assembled, so all I had to do was take out my camera, put it up, take out the light, plug it in, screw it in, instead of moving everything over like loads at a time, which cut out quite a bit of time for me to be able to do this. So it just looks like I'm making a low-budget adult film in here, but really, I'm just having coffee and talking about random things that pop into my head because I don't have a very good idea for this week. The other alternative I thought of doing for this week was, I watched a lot of makeup videos. If you don't know me, hi, I'm obsessed with watching the beautiful people and the beautubers, as Jen Rambles calls them. And so I thought about doing like, there's a thing that YouTubers do that are called Chit Chat Get Ready With Me's, which is basically they just film themselves while they're doing makeup and talking. I thought about doing that, but I don't really want to put on a ton of makeup today because, I mean, I usually only ever go full beat if I'm going somewhere or if I have the time. And I have places to go today, but it's not the kind of place that I want to look presentable for. Well, not that I just want to walk around looking like a sack of potatoes, but I mean, I don't think anyone at the bank is going to be too offended if I don't have a full beat face when I go get my rent check later this afternoon, so it'll be okay. Speaking of things that have been happening recently, I forgot until the very end of my video last week to talk about what I got as a graduation present for myself, and that was my Prius. I graduated college in 2015, and about a couple weeks after graduation, I went to Toyota, and I knew that I wanted a Prius, but I was just kind of like shopping around for cars, and so I went and I told them what my budget was, what I wanted to be paying a month, and at that time I didn't know if I wanted to commit to a Prius, which now sounds stupid because as soon as I got in the car I knew. And I still was like, well, like I might change my mind, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up just leasing my car. And it's been 3 years that I have had my Prius. And so I went to turn it in, but I have to get some stuff fixed before I can do that. So it just had a little bit of a meltdown over not being able to turn my car in on time. So that needs to get done, which is another one of the many things that I'm going to be doing today. And so yeah, that was one of the things that I was up to last week while I was home. I also got to see my family and just kind of decompress. Anytime I get a break between the shows that I'm working on, I usually will catch up on any life stuff that I need to do, but also catch up on seeing my family, because I don't live there. I live a lot closer now. When I lived on the East Coast, I would literally only see my family twice a year, but now it's a lot more manageable to go see them. The last fun well, it wasn't the last thing I did, but it was, I think, the last errand I had to run last week was I got my taxes done. And I know I'm late to the party, but I used to have my dad do my taxes, and I'm not saying that my dad's a bad person for not being able to do it. He's just a really busy dude. And so I would just give him all my W-2s, and my dad would do my taxes. And I don't think I've ever gotten a tax return. I've either always owed money or gotten maybe a couple $100s. It's never been anything like major and sort of life-changing. However, the first year, so I moved back to LA. I basically lived in LA for 2015 and still do. So it's been about 3 years that I've lived here. And so the first year didn't really get a whole lot back. And then, so I had to do taxes from 2017, which would have been last year, and this year. And so I wanted to do them for this year, and I told my dad, hey, we should really do my taxes. And he said, yeah, you should do them for last year, too. Excuse me? We're just not going to acknowledge that my taxes still aren't done, but got it taken care of, and so should be getting my refund soon, which is nice because I had, humble brag, a pretty significant income jump from 2016 to 2007, from 2016 to 2017. Even my accountant was just kind of like, wow, that is a pretty big difference. I was like, yeah, I worked really hard last year. And so I'm hoping that this year goes as well as last year did, because it was a big jump from the year before. Which is really nice because it did take me a very long time to get there. So, quick inspirational tip, kids, follow your dreams because it's worth it. But at any rate, I'm not as busy, I guess, with like things. I don't have to travel as far for things today, I guess. Last week was a lot of going around to different places. I had to go out to, what was first? I don't even know what I just was going all across different parts of town. This weekend, I'm just trying to take it easy once I can get through this day and go into my Sunday ritual of getting some buffalo cauliflower and just hanging out in bed and watching the Golden Girls on Hulu. Humble brag, I have Hulu, which is a tax write-off for me because I watch my food shows on there too, and I work on food shows, so the more you know. Alright, I think I've rambled enough for this week. Next week, I will clean my kitchen table, I promise, well, my dining table rather, and I think I'll tell the story of the dog painting, and spoiler alert, it is not my dog, but I will go into further detail then. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry if this was a little bit all over the place and kind of boring, but that's just where I'm at right now, and I will always be what I am on camera, I guess. I don't even know if this is making any sense. I'm going to finish this coffee and try to get through this day without falling over or running into too many things, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye!